Hello, eMend Healthcare team, and welcome. I'm glad you're here. This is our essential training on the overdose response protocol. I need your full attention for the next few minutes because honestly, what we're about to cover will empower you to save a life. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the why this is so important right now. Then we'll get to know our main tool, Naloxone. After that, we'll walk through our specific facility rules, the step-by-step emergency protocol, and we'll wrap up with the protections and resources you have backing you up. I want you to let this sink in for a second. This right here is the heart of everything we're about to talk about. This isn't just about checking a box for a regulation. It's about our fundamental promise to keep our clients safe. It's about protecting life, first and foremost. All right, let's dive into section 1. We're going to lay the groundwork for why this knowledge is so urgent and how you play an absolutely critical role in this. Okay, so let's get one thing straight right off the bat. This training, it isn't just a good idea, it's a legal requirement. California's Assembly Bill 381 is crystal clear. Every one of our facilities has to have naloxone on hand, and, this is the key part, every single shift needs to have trained staff like you available 24/7. And here's the why behind that law. Look at this number, 7 out of 10. That's how many overdose deaths right here in Orange County involve opioids. This is the reality we're up against, and having you trained and ready to act is the single most important factor in changing this statistic for the people we care for. Let's move on. Now we're going to talk about the tool that makes all the difference. Understanding how naloxone works is going to give you the confidence you need to use it without hesitation. So, what is this stuff? Naloxone, which you've probably heard called by its brand name, Narcan, is what's known as an opioid antagonist. Think of it like this. It's a rescue medication whose only job is to kick opioids off the brain's receptors and reverse an overdose, usually within just a few minutes. This really breaks it down to the basics. An opioid overdose is so deadly because it shuts down the body's most basic function, breathing. Naloxone comes in and does the exact opposite. It's like flipping a switch to get that breathing started again. It really is that direct. Okay, this slide is crucial, so let's be perfectly clear. Naloxone is incredibly safe. You literally cannot hurt someone with it. If they don't have opioids in their system, it does absolutely nothing. Now, its effects are temporary, okay? We're talking 30 to 90 minutes, which is exactly why we always call 911. And yes, it can cause withdrawal, which might look intense, but it's not dangerous. In fact, it means it's working. So the bottom line is simple. The only real danger here is hesitating. If you even think you should use it, you use it. When in doubt, administer it. Period. Now that you get the tool, let's talk about our specific requirements here at eMend Healthcare. This is how we, as a team, make sure we are always ready to respond. Think of our compliance in 4 pillars. First, supply. We will always have at least 2 unexpired doses ready to go. Second, staffing. That's you. At least 1 trained person must be on shift at all times. Third, documentation. Proof of this training goes into your file. And fourth, protocols. We have a clear, written plan that you're learning right now. These 4 things are totally non-negotiable. All right, let's get into the most important part of this entire training. This is your playbook. These are the exact step-by-step actions you need to take in an emergency. Job number 1 is recognizing the signs. Is the person unresponsive? Can you wake them up? Check their breathing. Is it super slow, shallow, or is it stopped? Listen for any gurgling sounds. Look at their eyes. Are the pupils tiny, like the head of a pin? And check their skin, especially their lips and fingernails. Are they turning blue or gray? If you see any of these signs together, you have to act like it's an overdose. So just take a quick second, think back to what we just saw. What are those top 3 things that scream act now? You should be thinking unresponsiveness, breathing problems, and that change in skin color. Those are your immediate triggers. This is your action plan. You need to know these 6 steps by heart. Step 1, recognize those signs and act on suspicion. Don't wait. Step 2, call 911 immediately. Step 3, give them naloxone. Step 4, if they're not breathing, start rescue breaths. Step 5, keep an eye on them. If they don't respond in a couple of minutes, give another dose. And step 6, when they come to, stay calm, explain what happened, and wait with them for EMS. Then you document everything. I cannot say this enough. This point is so important. We gave it its own slide. Calling 911 is not an optional step. It is not a wait-and-see situation. It is the first and most critical part of the response. You get someone on the phone with 911 while you're getting the Naloxone. Always. No exceptions. And this is exactly why we call 911. Remember, naloxone only works for 30 to 90 minutes. A lot of opioids last much longer than that. So when the naloxone wears off, that person can go right back into an overdose. They absolutely need professional medical help to make it through. Okay, we're in the home stretch. In this last section, we're going to talk about something really important: the legal protections that have your back, and the resources you can use to keep these skills fresh. Read this carefully. California's Good Samaritan laws are written specifically to protect you. As long as you are acting in good faith to try and save a life, you are shielded from liability. The law wants you to act. So I want you to act with confidence. You know, this training is just the beginning. It's on you to stay competent and confident. Get familiar with these resources. Check out the SAMHSA toolkit, look at the state's training videos, and keep your eyes peeled for the response posters we have in the staff areas. They're a great quick reminder of the protocol when you need it. So that brings us to the big question. This training has given you the knowledge, and it's given you the protocol. You are trained. You are protected by the law. You are prepared to save a life. Thank you for taking this so seriously and for your commitment to keeping our clients safe.